Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope it's fantastic. Everything here it's okay. I've been having car problems, and I've been having car problems for a long time, actually. It started a couple of years ago in the fall of, I think, maybe 2020. Might have even been 2019. I think I got it in 2019. Anyway, maybe it was the fall of last year. It just started dying and it wouldn't start. It didn't have enough crank to start. And so I put a new battery in it. Oh, and the ABS lights started coming on like all the time. So I put a new battery in it. The ABS light stopped coming on and it did okay until it got really cold and then it wouldn't start again. And now we're back this year to it just dies. It sits and dies. Plus, all the ABS lights are on. Now, all the ABS lights on full time all the time. They don't go off. Part of that is I had a front wheel speed sensor failure, I think, and it was the bearing. The wheel bearing went bad, so I took it to a local garage, and they put a new wheel bearing in it. And either they put in the wrong wheel bearing or they cracked the tone sensor, and they won't fess up to it, and they won't cover the repair. So that needs replaced, and the ABS module has internal faults. It probably needs replaced. And that's like $1,000 job, like $600 to $1,000 at a Ford garage, which is I just don't have, like I just can't. So it's been driving me crazy. Now it's dying again, and I think maybe it's the ABS module. I don't know. I don't have a voltmeter. I need to buy a voltmeter. I burnt mine up accidentally. So I can check and see what's drawing current when the car is off, because something's killing the battery. It's not just a bad battery. The battery's only a year old. So I need to figure that out so that I can at least start the car and use it until I can afford to get the thing fixed. And I guess that's what this is all about. Like, I had a really good year, all right? My new position worked out well for me. I have, like, money left over that I can save each month. I was able to spend money without having any worries for Christmas because I had saved up over the year. I had plenty of money for the kids for Christmas. I'm doing okay, and I actually do have a small little savings carved out. The problem is I have, medical bills that still need paid for my oldest, dental bills that need to be paid for my oldest, upcoming dental work that needs done. That is, expensive, and M booked a trip for us that we're going on, and I agreed to take care of the tickets, the plane tickets. The rest of the trip she's taking care of. Like I'm pushing it financially, right? Like it feels good to have a teeny tiny cushion, like. For the vast majority of my adult life, I've had zero cushion. In fact, I've been probably in the red for most of my adult life. Either, literally having stuff in collections or, spending basically exactly what I take in each month. And what would happen then was something like this would come up. The car's broke. I have no way to fix it. I'll ride the motorcycle for a month or whatever. And I'll find odd jobs to do until I can save the cash to do whatever it is that needs done. Now that I have a small cushion and I have a savings, it feels great. But the reality is I'm still behind, right? I still need to catch up on medical bills. I still need to fix the car. I still need to fix the mouth. I still need to, be able to do all the things that I can do. And I might have enough money to do all of that. Like, just enough money to do all that, and I'm going to be okay. I can float a little bit of it, but it's interesting that when I was destitute, when I was very, very poor, like lived in this beautiful house but couldn't afford ramen, I had an intense drive to make money so that I could pay for things. Like, because something would go bad, like, I'll figure out a way to pay for it. I'll go do this job. I'll go do that job. I'll sell some woodworking. I'll do whatever I have to do. And I made ends meet that way. But that didn't cover the stress I felt from actually being poor in the first place. Like, every time that happened, it was just, it felt dirty. now that I have a cushion and I can't afford to pay these bills and do these things, it feels like it's scary to have to let that money go, right? It's super, super scary to have to to use it, because I don't ever want to get in that position where I have to scrape, because I've been really enjoying doing my hobbies as hobbies, not as ends to make money. I've been really enjoying, I've made quite a few projects this year that I didn't film an ounce of it, didn't talk about it, just did it. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed just being able to enjoy my time down here, or enjoy my time playing games without having to worry about how I'm going to monetize that time, because I can't afford to be wasting time. I can afford to waste time now. But I'm still like, it's still, I don't want to say I'm paycheck to paycheck, but it's still, I have to really be careful about where I spend money, because I need to, once these are caught up, what's next? There's always something next. Like the car is a thing that's one of those what's next, right? I fix the kid and I get their medical bills covered and I get all that stuff fixed. Then something happens later on. It just seems to be a vicious cycle, and it definitely doesn't feel as stressful. I'm not stressed out about having the electricity shut off or something like that. I'm stressed out about having to float a bill, or having to put something on credit, which is I do not do. I just don't, because I don't trust myself to do it. So been feeling a little bit, stressed out about cash lately. Not sure how to handle that. I would like to say that I have a fallback plan, but I currently don't. I guess I could make some things. I do have a few products that are not necessarily in high demand, but I can make and turn cash pretty quickly, and I might do that just to get out of this. But it's still a little bit scary, right? Still a little bit. There's a little bit of unknown there that I got to figure out. But it feels so much better than if I don't do this, the lights get shut off. Because that hurt a lot. That's the kind of destitution I don't ever want to revisit. Because that, that aged me pretty quick. So, sorry for spilling on you there. It's otherwise a great week. I've had the kids all week. They've been snowed in. We got snowed in because of the snow. There's no water at their mom's house currently because a pipe broke, and they're trying to get that fixed this week. So the kids have just been staying here. So I've been enjoying seeing them a bunch and having them in the house. We're trying to figure out the situation for tomorrow, because there's no bus out here. I'd have to try to figure out how to get them to school, but also work, and that's a stressful situation to work through. So it's been great at least having them around. I enjoy spending time with them, but I also think they're kind of missing their things. They're missing their rooms and their stuff at their house that they don't have here. So we might need to remedy that situation. Otherwise, life is good. And I'm thankful that I can't afford to do things that need done. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is kenning. It is a noun meaning a metaphorical compound word or phrase often used in epic poetry. Cliff's letter to Natasha included such kennings as pearl-eyed dove and crinkly-gowned angel. It's no wonder she broke up with him soon after. Kenning, Kenning. That's interesting. I don't know what that has to do with metaphorical. Pearl-eyed dove. Why is that metaphorical? That just sounds more like a simile to me, but whatever. Crinkly ground angel. I guess that's okay. I didn't understand that one.